G'day everyone, it's Justin and Matt, a couple of dads again from Australia, coming to you today from a 2017 MINI Countryman JCW, John Cooper Works. I know, when was it, a few months ago we had a drive of the new Countryman in Cooper S guys.
Yeah.
Pretty good car, wasn't it? Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Good review.
So today we've been lucky enough to get our hands on probably one of the very, very first John Cooper Works versions of this car. Now, the John Cooper Works is the sort of top of the range, sporty version of the Mini, whether it's a Countryman or any other model. Comes with a 2-litre 4-cylinder twin turbo, 170 kilowatts, 350 newton meters of torque. The one that we're in today is an 8-speed auto, and I think that the manual is actually a no-cost option in one of these too. And being a Countryman as well, it comes with the all-wheel drive. What are your thoughts? What do you reckon? You've had a drive of this car.
Yep.
What do you think?
Hey, well, when you said SUV, I was thinking, okay, SUV type of driving characteristics, and it's essentially nothing like an SUV to drive.
Yeah,
it has all those. Well, firstly, the Mini characteristics are through and through.
Yeah,
and they do that exceptionally well. And the driving traits of this car are more sports car like.
Yeah,
than an SUV. I forget that it's an SUV.
Especially like when you put it in sport mode. Like we'll put it in sport mode there.
Yeah.
It just
throttle
tightens up the
response
suspension.
Yeah. The noise, the steering, it performs like a sports car. And then probably the only thing that is a immediate giveaway is the seating position. You're sitting a little bit higher than a sports car. But besides that, all the feedback that you get, all the inputs, all the audible that you get back from the noise, throttle response, steering, everything is like a sports car.
Yeah, it's got that John Cooper Works DNA in it, hasn't it? That's the best thing about this car, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's awesome like that. It really is. It's exceeded my expectations in that regard.
Yeah,
I'm sort of confused. My brain's saying, "Hey, you're in an SUV," but everything that
it's pointing towards a sporty car to drive, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's making all the right noises. But also too, mate, it's got the practicality, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a 5-seater, and as we saw on the previous one too, like, you know, it's got all those features where, you know, the seats move back and forward in the back to give you a little bit more leg room or luggage space as well. But mate, yeah, if you're an enthusiast and you want some practicality as well, I definitely have a look at one of these, I reckon.
Mate, exactly. I'm a little bit speechless, really. I really am. And you turn around and you see the room there, and it's got all the tech.
Yeah, the tech in this thing is awesome, isn't it? I mean, they've upgraded with the touch screen now. You know, the quality of it is really good too. Like, you know, the clarity of it, the rear camera, the clarity on it.
Yeah.
You know, you got the head-up display, and in sport mode you get that John Cooper Works tacho that comes up as well. Everything. You've got speed sign recognition. mate. And what do you think of the quality? The quality of the thing is just...
It's high end.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it exceeds the price point of the vehicle.
Well, the price of this thing is list price $57,900. Okay, which I actually think for what you're getting, like with all the tech, all-wheel drive, practicality, that's not bad. Like for a sporty SUV, like, hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is justified money for sure.
The John Cooper Works, you know, as a difference to just standard sort of minis like the Cooper S and everything, it gets upgraded brakes as well, like 17-inch brakes. You know, if you've got the upgraded motor, the styling's sportier too. Like you've got the sporty body kit on it and everything.
Yep.
You know, the inside, you've got the John Cooper Works seats, the steering wheel, the noise.
The noise. Yep.
Yeah, so as a package, mate, it's really good, isn't it? So,
It is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think we said compared to the older model too, like the last time we drove it, like the standard features on the car, like the power tailgate and everything, I mean, they've really thrown stuff at the car, haven't they?
They have.
Which is really good.
And it is an interesting segment. I mean, blending those two characteristics, the SUV practicalities and a sporty sort of focus as well.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yep.
But they've nailed it.
And the thing too, like with the adaptable suspension, like if you know want to put it out of sport mode and have the better ride quality, I mean, you just shove it back into green mode, like that, and you know, I mean, it dulls down the response, I suppose, steering, the throttle response, but the suspension is actually quite refined now, isn't it?
It is, and the noise isn't right. It's not so prominent as well. The throttle response is a little bit different. It's a little bit more elastic.
Being the top of the range Countryman, I suppose. I mean, they've chucked everything in it. You know, the Harman Kardon sound system, which is bloody brilliant.
That sounds great.
And it's also got the feature where you can play video playback on the screen and everything. We saw that before, and that's really cool too.
I love it. More cars should have it. Even just the small design touches like this is a bit different.
Yeah, the Alcantara on the doors.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Red stitching contrast. Like, dude, they're things that, as a car enthusiast and someone that enjoys cars,
but
you can actually appreciate.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the 19-inch chunky wheels too, as well, which sort of fill out the guards a bit and everything. So I think though, like from a vision standpoint, it's not too bad, is it? Like, it's got a pretty good seating position. But like you said, you do sit higher up because it is an SUV.
Sure. But
you can see over the dash and out the back and everything, which is really good.
Yeah, visibility is
quite good.
It's definitely a good thing.
Yep.
Even the pillars, they're not super chunky. So
the steering wheels. I'm sorry, the windscreen's quite upright, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The roof is fantastic. Having
Plenty
that double
headroom.
roof.
Yeah.
Heaps of headroom. Have a giant in here and still fit.
From a family-friendly standpoint, mate, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's got plenty of room in the back for 5.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit of a tight squeeze in the middle, but and the boot space is reasonable too.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking one thing. The gearbox is really good, but to make it a real sports car would be good to have maybe a little bit quicker shifts as an option when you put it into sport mode.
Okay.
But then again, really, you're talking milliseconds.
It's funny. I mean, they're trying to make a sports car out of an SUV. I mean, I think they've done a really good job. But it's a difficult job to do. It is
very much.
Yeah.
Very much. And how far do you take it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they could take it to an extreme. Obviously, they've got the capability. Look at the Mini GP.
Yeah.
That thing's an absolute weapon. So you need to find that balance, and I think they've done an exceptional job at that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, for somebody that needs the family friendliness but still wants a sporty car to drive, mate. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, you've had a drive of the JCW Countryman. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm super impressed, and the main reason why is they've pretty much merged two concepts as a vehicle. SUV, which we know they do well based on the previous review that we did.
Yeah.
And then the performance aspect, and they've integrated those two components really well. Handling, steering, braking, gearbox is well up to the task.
Yeah, it just brings it up that next level, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It's super fun, it's super practical.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the design cues are there. They've done a great job.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but they have.
Yeah, John Cooper Works is sort of like Mini's sort of M brand, I suppose, isn't it? And
Yeah.
mate, the DNA just shines through on this thing. I mean, if you put your mindset in and you think it's an SUV and then you drive it, it just blows your mind, doesn't it?
It does.
How can you get an SUV to handle, to drive like this? It's great. It's great. And I think the price is reasonable too, isn't it? So,
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, it's loaded with everything that you want. Like, you know, there's not that many options on a JCW Countryman that you need to put on. But,
No.
mate, it's a good car.
It is.
Yeah.
It's one of those cars that you actually look forward to driving.
Yeah, yeah. The sound it makes, yeah, like you said, the handling, but the practicality just you know, it rates, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have one.
Yeah.
For sure. They've done really well.
All right, mate, that X Factor question, what would you do? Would you park this car and look back at it?
I sure do. And I was before when we grabbed a coffee.
Yeah.
And I was just looking through the window and thinking, yeah, that's a good car.
Yeah, like you said, look, we've had a few people come up and actually say, you know, what a great looking car. It's a really good looking thing.
It
So,
does.
Yeah.
This will do well for Mini. I hope it does.
Yeah.
And they certainly deserve to sell a whole heap of them.
Yeah. I think if you're an enthusiast and you need that SUV practicality, have a look at one of these. These are really, really good.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. Just like to put out a great big thank you to our good friends at North Shore Mini Garage at Chatswood for the loan of the JCW today. And again, thank you to everybody for keeping the views up. We're churning them out, and we're really happy that you're enjoying the videos and watching them. So thank you very much, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.